Many people fall into the trap of identifying themselves solely by their job titles or the work they do. But this is a limited and often misleading perspective. Your job is the role you play to earn a living. It's what you do day to day. However, personal growth is about who you become as a person through the experiences, lessons, and challenges you face. The difference is profound, and understanding it is the key to unlocking a life of lasting fulfillment and success. When you base your identity entirely on your job, you are tying your sense of worth to something external and often unstable. Jobs can change, companies can downsize, industries can shift, and economic downturns can threaten your position. If your self-worth is wrapped up in your employment, any change or loss in that area can leave you feeling lost, unmoored, and uncertain about your value. But if your identity is rooted in personal growth, in the ongoing process of becoming better, wiser, and stronger, your value becomes independent of external circumstances. Personal growth is about evolving your mindset, expanding your skills, and cultivating habits that improve your life holistically. It's about developing qualities like discipline, resilience, empathy, creativity, and leadership. These qualities make you valuable not just in your current job, but in any role or situation you might face. Personal growth equips you with the tools to navigate change, solve problems, and create new opportunities, regardless of the job market or economic conditions. Moreover, focusing on personal growth creates a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When you define yourself by your job, you might see your career path as limited by your current position or title. But when you prioritize growth, you realize that your potential is vast and not confined to a single role or industry. This mindset opens doors to innovation, entrepreneurship, and lifelong learning, all of which contribute to a richer and more flexible career journey. It's also important to recognize that your job is just one part of your life, while personal growth impacts every area. Your relationships, health, mindset, and overall happiness. Investing in who you are becoming creates a ripple effect that benefits all aspects of your life. For example, improving communication skills or emotional intelligence enhances your personal relationships as well as your professional interactions. Building discipline in one area, like health or finances, strengthens your overall character and work ethic. Another aspect is that personal growth fosters a sense of control and ownership over your life. Your job might be influenced by external factors. Decisions made by bosses, company policies, market trends, but your growth is within your control. You decide how you respond to challenges, what you learn from experiences, and how you choose to evolve. This empowers you to shape your future, rather than simply reacting to the conditions of your employment. Additionally, when you prioritize growth, you become more adaptable and open to change. The world is evolving faster than ever, and job roles are constantly shifting. The skills and mindset you develop through personal growth prepare you to pivot, learn new things, and seize opportunities that a static focus on your job might miss. You become a lifelong learner, someone who thrives in uncertainty and turns challenges into stepping stones. Lastly, the process of personal growth adds meaning and purpose to your daily efforts. Your job might provide tasks and responsibilities, but personal growth connects those tasks to a larger vision of who you want to be and the impact you want to make. This sense of purpose fuels motivation, joy, and satisfaction that no paycheck alone can provide. In essence, your job is important, but it is only a chapter in your life story. Personal growth is the ongoing journey that shapes the entire narrative. When you shift your focus from just doing a job to becoming the best version of yourself, you unlock a power that transcends any role or title. This shift changes everything. your confidence, your opportunities, your resilience, and ultimately, your destiny. Personal growth builds adaptability, resilience, and lifelong value beyond any job. In today's fast-changing world, relying solely on a job or a specific set of skills can leave you vulnerable. Industries evolve, technology advances, and economic landscapes shift in ways that can quickly render certain jobs obsolete. But when you focus on personal growth, you develop qualities and abilities that are timeless and transferable, giving you a durable foundation, no matter what changes come your way. Adaptability is one of the most crucial outcomes of personal growth. It means being able to adjust your thinking, behavior, and skills to new situations and challenges. The person who prioritizes growth is always learning, experimenting, and expanding their horizons. They don't get stuck in rigid routines or outdated methods because they understand that the world doesn't stand still. This flexibility allows them to navigate uncertainty with confidence and find new paths to success when the old ones close. Resilience is another vital attribute nurtured by personal growth. Life and work are filled with setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles. Those who tie their identity strictly to their job may crumble under pressure when things don't go as planned. But personal growth teaches you to see failure not as an end, but as a stepping stone. It builds mental toughness and emotional strength, enabling you to bounce back quickly from difficulties. You learn to keep moving forward, adjusting your course when necessary, rather than giving up or becoming discouraged. Beyond adaptability and resilience, personal growth creates lifelong value. Skills learned for a particular job may lose relevance over time, but the habits, mindset, and character you develop never do. When you commit to continuous self-improvement, you become a person who can add value in countless areas: professional, personal, and social. This kind of value attracts opportunities and opens doors that no fixed skill set alone could. Moreover, personal growth enhances your ability to learn new skills rapidly. When you cultivate curiosity, discipline, and a growth mindset, you train yourself to be a lifelong learner. This is essential because the half-life of skills, meaning how long they remain relevant, is shrinking in many fields. Those who prioritize growth can quickly pick up new knowledge and adjust to evolving job requirements. They don't fear change. They embrace it as part of their journey. Another important aspect is that personal growth develops emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. Success today depends as much on how well you relate to others as on technical ability. By investing in your personal development, you become better at communication, empathy, leadership, and conflict resolution. These soft skills make you invaluable in any setting because they foster collaboration and trust. Personal growth also deepens your self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, values, and passions helps you make smarter decisions about your career and life. Instead of drifting or reacting to circumstances, you proactively shape your path based on clarity about what truly matters to you. This self-awareness reduces stress and increases fulfillment because you align your actions with your authentic self. When you prioritize personal growth, you build a foundation of confidence that no job title or paycheck can provide. This inner confidence comes from knowing you have the skills and mindset to handle whatever life throws your way. It frees you from fear of change or failure and gives you the courage to pursue bigger goals and dreams. In addition, personal growth fosters independence. While jobs can provide security, they often come with constraints and dependence on others. A person focused on growth becomes self-reliant, capable of creating opportunities, generating income through various means, and adapting to new realities without losing their footing. This independence is empowering and liberating. Lastly, Investing in personal growth enriches your life beyond your career. It improves your relationships, your health, and your overall happiness. When you grow as a person, all areas of your life benefit. You become more balanced, fulfilled, and equipped to contribute positively to your community and family. In summary, personal growth builds a durable, adaptable, and resilient foundation that no job alone can provide. It prepares you to thrive in an ever-changing world and creates lifelong value that transcends roles, titles, or industries. By prioritizing your growth, you invest in a future that is secure, rich with possibilities, and aligned with your highest potential. When you focus on personal growth, your perspective on challenges and setbacks shifts dramatically. Instead of viewing obstacles as dead ends or reasons to quit, you start to see them as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to improve, and to become stronger. This shift in mindset is crucial because the way you respond to adversity often determines the difference between success and failure. Those who succeed are not those who never face difficulties, but those who learn to navigate and grow through them. Challenges test your resolve and force you to confront your limitations. When you approach these moments with a growth mindset, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Rather than, why is this happening to me? This question opens the door to reflection and discovery. It helps you identify weaknesses to work on, gaps in knowledge to fill, or new strategies to try. Every setback becomes a valuable lesson that adds to your wisdom and experience. Personal growth teaches you to embrace failure as part of the journey. Failure is not something to fear or avoid, but an inevitable stepping stone to success. Each failure provides feedback, showing you what doesn't work and guiding you toward what does. This trial and error process is how innovators, leaders, and achievers refine their craft and reach their goals. By reframing failure as feedback, you remove the stigma and fear around it, making it easier to take risks and pursue bold actions. Moreover, viewing challenges as opportunities cultivates resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to recover quickly and continue moving forward. It is a muscle that strengthens every time you face hardship with a constructive attitude. The more you encounter and overcome difficulties, the more confident you become in your capacity to handle future problems. This confidence reduces anxiety and fear, allowing you to tackle challenges with a calm and focused mind. This mindset also fosters creativity and problem solving. When you see obstacles as opportunities, you are motivated to think outside the box. Instead of giving up when the usual methods fail, you look for alternative paths and innovative solutions. This creativity not only helps you overcome the immediate challenge, but often leads to breakthroughs that propel you further ahead. Many great inventions and success stories were born from the necessity to overcome difficulties. In addition, personal growth nurtures patience and persistence in the face of challenges. Growth is rarely linear or smooth. It often involves setbacks, detours, and slow progress. When you understand that these bumps along the way are natural, you develop the patience to keep going and the persistence to stay committed. This endurance is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up prematurely. Seeing challenges as opportunities also deepens your sense of purpose. When you recognize that obstacles are part of your development, you begin to appreciate the process rather than just the outcome. This perspective brings meaning to the hard times, making them less discouraging and more motivating. You realize that every challenge you overcome is a step closer to becoming the person you want to be. Furthermore, this approach builds humility and self-awareness. When you face difficulties, you learn more about your strengths and areas for improvement. You develop a realistic understanding of your abilities and limits, which allows you to seek help when needed and to approach growth with openness. This humility is essential for continuous learning and improvement. The ability to turn setbacks into opportunities also improves your emotional intelligence. You become better at managing frustration, disappointment, and stress. Instead of reacting negatively, you respond thoughtfully and proactively. This emotional maturity enhances your relationships and leadership abilities, as people are naturally drawn to those who handle adversity with grace and wisdom. Finally, when you consistently view challenges as opportunities, you create a positive feedback loop. Success breeds confidence, which encourages you to take on more challenges, leading to more growth and success. This cycle fuels momentum and propels you toward your goals faster than if you avoided difficulties altogether. In essence, personal growth transforms the way you see and respond to challenges. It turns obstacles from threats into stepping stones, failures into lessons, and setbacks into setups for greater success. This powerful mindset not only helps you overcome difficulties, but also accelerates your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Focusing on personal growth fuels motivation and brings deeper satisfaction than simply chasing a paycheck or external rewards. Many people spend their lives working hard for money, status, or approval, only to find themselves feeling empty or unfulfilled. This is because when your motivation comes solely from external factors, like a salary, title, or recognition, you become dependent on things outside your control. Personal growth, on the other hand, taps into internal drivers that are far more powerful and sustainable. When you prioritize becoming a better version of yourself, you align your daily actions with your core values and long-term vision. This alignment creates a sense of purpose, which is one of the most potent motivators there is. Purpose gives meaning to your work and life beyond immediate rewards. It's what gets you out of bed on tough mornings, pushes you through challenges, and makes the effort feel worthwhile, even when the results aren't immediate. Without purpose, motivation can wane quickly, leaving you vulnerable to burnout and dissatisfaction. Personal growth also brings satisfaction because it involves progress. Humans are wired to feel good when they grow and improve. When you learn new skills, develop positive habits, or deepen your understanding, you experience a sense of accomplishment that energizes you. This feeling of continuous progress creates momentum and keeps motivation alive over the long haul. In contrast, focusing solely on your job can lead to stagnation if you're not growing, causing boredom and frustration. Moreover, growth motivates you to take responsibility for your own development. Instead of waiting for external rewards or validation, you become proactive in seeking opportunities to learn and improve. This self-driven attitude fosters independence and confidence, as you realize you are the primary architect of your success. When you take charge of your growth, motivation comes from within, and that internal drive is more consistent and resilient than any external incentive. Another powerful aspect of prioritizing personal growth is that it shifts your focus from outcomes to the process. When your motivation is tied only to results like bonuses or promotions, you may become discouraged if those outcomes don't materialize quickly. But when you value growth, the effort itself becomes rewarding. You find joy in the journey, whether it's acquiring a new skill, improving your mindset, or overcoming a personal limitation. This process-oriented mindset creates sustained motivation because it doesn't depend on external factors that can fluctuate. Focusing on personal growth also helps you maintain a positive attitude and mental resilience. When challenges arise, instead of feeling defeated, you view difficulties as chances to learn and improve. This perspective keeps your motivation high even during tough times. You develop grit, the ability to persevere with passion and purpose despite setbacks, which is crucial for long-term success and satisfaction. Furthermore, personal growth enhances your overall well-being, which in turn boosts motivation. When you work on improving your physical health, emotional intelligence, and relationships, you build a stronger foundation for sustained energy and enthusiasm. Growth creates balance in your life, reducing stress and increasing happiness. When you feel good mentally and physically, your motivation naturally rises, creating a virtuous cycle. Personal growth also cultivates intrinsic motivation, which is more enduring than extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation comes from doing something because it is inherently interesting or satisfying, not because of external rewards. When you focus on growth, you engage in activities that challenge and inspire you, fueling your curiosity and passion. This internal drive keeps you engaged and motivated, even when no one else is watching or rewarding you. In addition, prioritizing growth leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Money and titles can provide comfort and recognition, but they don't guarantee happiness. Fulfillment comes from knowing you are becoming the person you aspire to be, living in alignment with your values, and making meaningful contributions. This kind of satisfaction nurtures a rich, rewarding life that goes beyond surface-level achievements. Ultimately, motivation fueled by personal growth is more powerful and sustainable because it is connected to your identity and purpose. It empowers you to persevere through challenges, enjoy the journey, and find deeper meaning in your work and life. By focusing on who you are becoming rather than just what you are doing, you unlock a source of motivation that will carry you far beyond the limits of any job or paycheck. Investing consistently in personal development is one of the most powerful strategies you can adopt for long-term success and fulfillment. Just like compound interest in a financial account, the small, daily actions you take to improve yourself accumulate over time and lead to exponential growth. This compounding effect means that the effort you put in today will multiply, creating opportunities and advantages far beyond what you might expect in the short term. The key to this compounding growth lies in consistency. Sporadic bursts of learning or self-improvement might provide short-lived benefits, but it's the steady, disciplined commitment that transforms your life. Whether it's reading a few pages of a good book each day, practicing a skill regularly, or reflecting on your progress, these repeated actions build upon each other. Over months and years, they form habits and a mindset that propel you toward your goals. This is why it's so important to prioritize daily growth, no matter how small the step may seem. When you invest in yourself consistently, you develop a habit of lifelong learning. This habit not only helps you acquire new knowledge, but also trains your brain to stay curious and open-minded. Curiosity is the fuel for creativity and innovation, which are crucial in an ever-changing world. The more you nurture this habit, the better you become at adapting to new situations and solving problems. This mental flexibility becomes a significant asset in your career and personal life. Another critical benefit of continuous personal development is the gradual increase in confidence it brings. Each time you learn something new or overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable of growth and improvement. This reinforces a positive self-image and builds self-esteem. Over time, this confidence empowers you to take bigger risks, pursue ambitious goals, and face uncertainty with courage. Confidence isn't just a feeling. It's a muscle developed through consistent effort and experience. Consistency in personal growth also allows you to refine your focus and clarify your goals. As you accumulate knowledge and insights, you become better at discerning what truly matters to you. This clarity helps you make wiser decisions and allocate your time and energy more effectively, instead of being distracted by every new opportunity or trend. You stay aligned with your purpose and values, which maximizes your productivity and fulfillment. Moreover, regular investment in personal growth strengthens your resilience. Life will inevitably throw curveballs, failures, setbacks, and disappointments. When you have a foundation of continuous improvement, you are better equipped to handle these difficulties. The skills, mindset, and habits you build over time create a buffer that protects you from giving up or losing motivation. Resilience, like growth, is cultivated daily and becomes an invaluable asset in navigating life's challenges. The compounding effect of consistent personal growth also creates opportunities that might not be visible initially. As you improve, you expand your network, develop new skills, and gain experiences that open doors in unexpected ways. These opportunities often come as a result of your increased value, credibility, and reputation. People notice those who are committed to growth and are more likely to trust, recommend, or collaborate with them. Over time, this network effect can significantly accelerate your progress. Another point to consider is that consistent self-investment reduces the fear of failure and uncertainty. When you know you are growing steadily, setbacks become less intimidating because you trust in your ability to recover and learn. This mindset encourages experimentation and boldness, which are essential for breakthroughs and innovation. You start to see growth as a journey rather than a destination, which keeps you motivated and engaged. It's important to remember that personal growth is not a one-time event or a quick fix. It's a lifelong journey that requires patience and perseverance. The results may not always be immediate, and progress can sometimes feel slow or invisible. However, the key is to keep moving forward, knowing that each small step is contributing to a larger transformation. The power of compounding means that your future self will thank you for the consistent effort you put in today. In summary, making daily, consistent investments in your personal development is one of the smartest decisions you can make. This steady commitment creates a compounding effect that enhances your skills, mindset, confidence, and resilience. It opens doors to new opportunities, fuels long-term motivation, and builds a foundation for success that no one can take away. By embracing the power of consistency and growth, you position yourself to achieve far greater heights than you could imagine through isolated efforts alone. Personal growth requires deliberate effort, pushing beyond comfort zones, and prioritizing self-improvement daily. It is not something that happens passively or accidentally. It demands intention and action. Many people desire growth but hesitate when it comes to doing the hard work necessary to achieve it. Growth asks you to confront discomfort, uncertainty, and sometimes failure, yet it is precisely through this process of pushing boundaries that transformation occurs. Deliberate effort means setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. It's not enough to say, I want to improve. You need to identify specific areas where growth is needed and take consistent, focused steps to develop those areas. This might involve learning new skills, adopting new habits, or changing limiting beliefs. Without a clear direction and intentional practice, efforts become scattered and ineffective. The power of deliberate effort lies in its ability to channel your energy toward meaningful progress rather than aimless activity. Pushing beyond comfort zones is a fundamental part of personal growth. Comfort zones represent the familiar and safe, but they also limit your potential. Growth happens when you stretch yourself, take risks, and face fears. This could mean speaking up when it's uncomfortable, trying a new skill that challenges your current abilities, or seeking feedback and criticism to improve. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you build courage and resilience. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you previously believed. This process expands your horizons and prepares you for greater opportunities. Prioritizing self-improvement daily requires discipline and commitment. Life is busy, and it's easy to let distractions and responsibilities push personal growth to the back burner. But when you make growth a priority, you carve out time every day, no matter how small, to invest in yourself. This might mean reading a book reflecting on your experiences, practicing mindfulness, or working on a specific skill. These daily habits accumulate, creating momentum and progress over time. The key is consistency and making growth a non-negotiable part of your routine. Deliberate effort and pushing beyond comfort also build mental toughness. Growth often involves setbacks, frustration, and slow progress. It's easy to become discouraged when results aren't immediate or when challenges feel overwhelming. However, those who embrace the discomfort and persist develop a strong mindset that views difficulties as part of the journey, not a reason to quit. This mental toughness is what separates those who achieve lasting growth from those who give up prematurely. Another important element is accountability. Deliberate growth requires you to hold yourself responsible for your progress. This might mean tracking your goals, seeking mentors or coaches, or sharing your aspirations with others who support your development. Accountability keeps you focused and motivated, helping you avoid the temptation to settle for complacency or excuses. It also creates a feedback loop that allows you to adjust your efforts and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Self-awareness is cultivated through deliberate effort as well. As you push beyond comfort zones and engage in regular self-improvement, you become more attuned to your strengths, weaknesses, and patterns of thought. This awareness is essential because it guides your growth journey, helping you make informed decisions about where to focus your energy. Without self-awareness, efforts can become unfocused or misguided, limiting the impact of your work. Prioritizing personal growth also requires resilience in the face of resistance. Change is often met with internal and external resistance. Internally, you may battle fear, doubt, or procrastination. Externally, others might question your choices or prefer you stay within old patterns. The deliberate commitment to growth means pushing through these barriers, recognizing them as normal parts of the process rather than signs to stop. This resilience builds character and deepens your commitment to becoming your best self. Moreover, daily self-improvement fosters a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort. This mindset shifts your view of challenges and failures from fixed obstacles to opportunities for learning. When you adopt this perspective, deliberate effort becomes a source of excitement rather than dread. You start to see every day as a chance to get better, learn something new, and move closer to your potential. Finally, prioritizing personal growth daily creates a ripple effect across all areas of your life. As you improve yourself, you influence your relationships, career health, and overall well-being. The discipline, resilience, and mindset cultivated through consistent growth empower you to handle life's complexities with greater ease and confidence. This holistic development leads to a richer, more fulfilling life that continues to expand as you grow. In essence, personal growth is not accidental, but a deliberate, ongoing choice. It demands effort, courage to step outside comfort zones, daily prioritization, and resilience. By embracing these principles, you build a powerful foundation for continuous improvement and lasting success that extends far beyond any single moment or achievement. In the end, true success is not defined by the job you hold or the title you carry, but by the person you become through consistent personal growth. When you commit to investing in yourself daily, embracing challenges as opportunities, and pushing beyond your comfort zones with deliberate effort, you unlock a reservoir of motivation, resilience, and confidence that no external circumstance can take away. Prioritizing your growth over any job creates a foundation that adapts to change, fuels lasting fulfillment, and propels you toward your highest potential. Remember, the greatest investment you can make is in yourself, because who you are becoming is far more valuable than what you are doing.